It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for my yeah. It's time that my EO Sky video blew up for no apparent reason.
Well, sometimes I think you underestimate the market, Gregory.
I must.
People are starved for a sexy man doing sexy things. I should know.
Maybe the sexy
You
man.
should see my OnlyFans whenever I get dressed up like, dressed up like Lucille Ball. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
That's another point for another time. But Greg Cherry and the Cap with you today. It's been an interesting day for me. Like I had the weirdest phone call at work. Just because a guy cursed me out for no apparent reason.
Well, that's every other call at work for me.
First time for me. That was a heck of a way to break into it. But yeah, it's been Backlash was okay. We're going to get into the WWE ESPN deal here in a bit. I thought the matches were fine. I just think like this whole 5 minutes of commercials or ads or whatever in between every match thing is just brutal. Also, the split between you have two shows on ESPN, like regular cable channels, and then the other few matches behind the paywall. It's very, very confusing how they set up these events.
I'm confused at this point why they do them at all. Like, who's paying for this shit?
I mean, I would feel very robbed if I was paying $30 for 3 matches with like 15 minutes, probably more than 15 minutes of ads, honestly, in between the matches. Like, they don't do backstage segments on PLEs anymore. They just straight up don't. They haven't for a while. I just don't understand what the logic is, because it's like, okay, I understand if you put the entire show behind the paywall, because that's the whole point of a PLE, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it now. But if you split it up to where you can watch it on cable and then you get barely anything behind the paywall, you're robbing your fans even more.
They don't care.
Listen, I know I'm speaking to a wall. I'm speaking inside a vacuum or a chamber or whatever the case may be. This is just my personal opinion as a consumer of the product. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
How old are you, Greg?
I will be 40 this November.
Okay. So yeah, you and I are about the same age. I'll tell you exactly how this feels. Picture it. Sicily, 1922. Wait, no, wrong show. So I remember it was around 1994, 1995. Disney was riding high. We'd had a great run. Aladdin, Lion King, all these great hand-drawn animation features, the soundtracks, it was phenomenal.
Right.
And then in comes this Pixar, this digital, this Toy Story. And all of a sudden, these wonderful hand-drawn animation, Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, these gorgeous things are being replaced by Woody Woodpecker and some coke addict from Detroit voicing action figures. You know, that's kind of what TKO's takeover of WWE feel. It's when Disney sold out to Pixar. This is what happens when pro wrestling sells out to whomever. It's just a slow decline. And this is where we are now. Why pay 1,000 cartoonists when we can pay 100 computer programmers? We'll still get a movie. People will still come to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it's god awful. It's the drizzling Ole Andersons. And yes, our bonuses are rising, but who?
Eventually, shows I'm gonna have to dive into your beef with Ole Anderson.
No, I have zero beef with Ole.
Okay.
I try not to be as profane as I know. Drizzly or Ole always used to call everything Dusty. Dusty Rhodes was a shits. Dusty thought he knew everything about everything. He didn't know shit about anything. Ric Flair was the absolute shits. This guy, the Road Warriors were the absolute drizzling shits. Unless your name was Ole Anderson, Gene Anderson, Stan Henson, you were the absolute shits.
It's an interesting take from.
Well, you listened to shoots with Ole, and unless your name was Anderson or Hanson, you basically why did your parents even bother conceiving you?
It's kind of the reputation. I've never had I don't want to say pleasure of listening to Ole's shoots. Tell you what, Bobby the Brain Heenan shoot from like 25 years ago.
Oh, I love Bobby.
Everybody loves Bobby Heenan.
I'm a manager booker guy, so anything with Heenan, Cornette, Jimmy Hart,
Sensational
Bill Moody. Well, Sherry didn't really get into the shoots early enough. She shoveled off this Mortal Coil. Yeah. Miss Elizabeth didn't make it. That a lot of the people whom we really would have loved to have gotten to listen to just open up, they slings and arrows of outrageous fortune and pharmaceuticals. Yeah. R.I.P. to all the ones we don't have anymore. But man, if you think about Jim Cornette, love him or hate him, I love him. Most people hate him. That's fine. He is arguably the most successful ex-wrestling podcaster there is. Yes, you could say, okay, Kevin Nash has a great show, which I love Kevin Nash. What's his name? The big guy from Atlanta who sucks the donkey dong of any wrestler who will talk to him. The mortgage guy, Conrad
Thompson. Yeah. The very famous Alabama Crimson Tide fan, which me being an Irish guy, don't exactly care for the Crimson Tide for a number of reasons.
I'll give you a 30-second compression of a Conrad. Well, all right, now smarten me up here. So Stacy Keibler, roll tide on that one. Dave Meltzer, in his Observer report on this week, said blah 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 blah. Who booked this shit? He's literally like Dave Ramsey. Like if you listen to Dave Ramsey, Conrad is the Dave Ramsey of pro wrestling.
Yeah, I've listened to way more Dave Ramsey than I have with Conrad Thompson.
And I really dig Dave Ramsey. Point being, if Bobby Heenan was alive and well, can you imagine the listens, downloads, views that guy would be getting telling stories all the way from the AWA to WWE to WCW to Timbuktu. Oh God.
Man, if Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon were both alive, healthy, and well, the two of them on a podcast would be appointment listening.
I would, yes, I would have scheduled my life around those weekly drops.
Mm-hmm.
These people have gone bananas, brain. Ah, shut up. That adrenaline can work wonders. These humanoids.
Will you stop? Yeah. Man, listen, I know AI isn't good for
dad.
Yeah. I know AI isn't good for much of anything, but like if somebody could put in an entertaining Heenan Monsoon podcast.
I can't remember exactly who said it. It was one of these YouTubers, but they made maybe one of the most accurate assessments of the Hulk Hogan, what we call the golden era. It wasn't Hulk versus Andre. It wasn't Hulk versus DiBiase. It was Hulk versus Heenan. And the guys Heenan lined up.
Yeah.
None of those guys, well, okay, DiBiase could talk. Andre obviously needed a mouthpiece. But you look at that run, it was Hulk versus the Brain, not Hulk versus all these other guys.
Mm-hmm. And
Thought for food.
yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, think of how long Heenan held on to that distaste for Hulk Hogan. It carried over into WCW. And
Oh, it was fantastic. I still remember Bash the Beach 96. What have I been telling you all these years? What have I been telling you all these years?
Just like everything he said over like his entire career was vindicated in that moment.
In one night. I remember just being a little 8-year-old kid. I saved up my allowance for like 6 weeks that summer to buy Bash at the Beach. And I'm just sitting there, just tears streaming down my little Hulkamaniac face.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching that and I was like, here's the thing. For a lot of my life, I have had some difficulty emotionally processing some things. Easier now that I'm an adult, but like through my childhood, teenage years, whatever, I had trouble. So like I was just kind of like trying to have it make sense in my brain. Like I went to my action figures of like Hogan and somebody else and was like just trying to reenact, be like, none of this makes any sense. Like, have you ever watched Community?
That's a TV show, right?
Yeah. It starred Joel McHale. Yeah. Okay, then the reference is lost. But yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but I didn't know how to respond to it. You know what I mean?
It's basically watching your childhood just get, flash paper fireballed.
Yeah. I feel more that same way. I'm not sure like how familiar you are with like have you ever heard of creepypasta?
No.
Okay. My references are missing completely today.
But you are swinging and you are pulling a Joey Gallo.
Yeah, it's Yankees offense today. It's one of those things that creepypasta is a site that just like tries to turn everything into horror. And like they made some videos of like the old Sonic the Hedgehog games and basically made them demonic. And like that stuff I can't watch because it messes with me, like psychologically. Like it just like you take something from my childhood and you just twist it. It's like I don't like this.
I'm still getting over them firing Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. Like I still haven't gotten past that. Granted, Daniel Craig did great, but
GoldenEye. See, Maddie knows exactly what I'm talking about. I watched the first 2 minutes of it, and like I was like, nope, can't do it.
It's like those videos they show you, like your first day at work at a new place, like like the HR reps like show you like how you should behave in the office.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, who booked this shit?
When I tell you, one time I was working at a foundry and, eventually at one point I had to learn how to run a forklift just in case I needed to. Because I worked in the office, so typically I didn't have to run the forklift very often. I still did. But they show you this forklift safety video, and one of the things they show you in it, very graphically, is a guy getting run over with a forklift.
So you worked in a steel foundry in the steel state?
In the steel city, yeah.
Okay, it's all starting to come around now. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Many years ago, but even still.
I'm stepping in what you're smelling.
I'll tell you, the smell that I emanated coming out of there. I had to shower every single night.
I've been to a foundry before. It's my dad's ranch. I forget the exact years, but the city sewage treatment facility was on the like west end of his property, and May, June, you're baling hay and you're getting just the whiffs of the fecal refuse of the entire county just blowing your. It leaves a certain leaves a certain something.
Yeah,
Uh,
a certain je ne sais quoi.
c'est quoi c'est Janai? Laura Jensen.
I guess. Now, I also worked at a place which was like downwind from a dog food plant where they made like the wet dog food. I'll tell you what, in the summer, that was quite the smell.
I can see that. Like
Yeah.
I've lifted peeled the tuna fish can lid for
Mhm.
our little Shih Tzu, and it's like,
Now imagine like all of that
something crawled up your
wafting at
false and
through the
died,
wind.
Sherman.
Yeah.
The prevailing winds just ultimately always bring everything back around to you, Greg.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
So, yeah, going back to the WWE and ESPN side of things, there's got to be something to be done. I know that they're just in it for the profits. They're just in it for the money. They don't really care how their product is presented. I know this is not shocking information, but as a consumer, like this is just like the ugliest setup that I've ever seen. It is not user friendly at all. It's like taking somebody working on a Windows and making them learn the Commodore 64. It's such a jump. And this is coming from somebody who loved playing Commodore 64 games as a kid. But like taking a kid now, like a 20-year-old kid, and asking them to learn the Commodore from what they know now would be such a culture shock that I can't. It just feels there's no emotion behind it. It's so dead inside that WWE.
A lot of your
very hard to
references
get
fell
into.
dead on me. You've
Yeah.
seen Goodfellas, right? Please, for the love of Christ, tell me you've seen Goodfellas.
I'm not a movie person, but I'm familiar with Goodfellas.
Okay, so about a third of the way through the movie, there's this really thriving restaurant, and Joe Pesci's character is just riding the owner of this restaurant, refusing to pay his bills. Joe Pesci's like, screw you, I'm a mobster, whatever. And the mobster goes to Joe Pesci's boss and said, hey, I can't do anything about you, little guy. Hey, be my partner here. And so what do? The restaurant thrives more, and then they just run up the joint's credit, they'll bring in a $40 case of scotch, sell it out the back door for 20. Who cares? Nobody's going to pay. And then when the restaurant, this successful place, just when their credit's completely burned, they can't do anything out, they just light a match and blow the place up. It's called busting out a joint in mafia terms. Tony Soprano did it to his good friend Dave Scantino, if you watch The Sopranos. TKO is running a bust out on WWE. They are just going to run this horse till there's nothing left, then light a match. Unless they sell it back to Pepe Le Pew, which I'm sure he and Paul will. Well, we've already got the daughter in the Hall of Fame. Look at that career. Good God. How can, when you think of the classic wrestling bouts that she was involved in, this is where we are, folks.
Yeah. I really doubt that Vince McMahon is going to be involved in WWE ever again. I don't know how long this Janelle Grant case is going to
They brought back the dude from Saskatchewan. And of course, I ain't doing no jobs. He pulled the same shit whenever if Vince is gone, I'm leaving. Okay, I'll come back. What, you want me to loot? I'm leaving. Please stay gone, Brocky. We didn't like you before. Just go.
Listen, if he came back in the grand scheme of things for the sole reason to put over Obafemi, I'll take that.
He didn't.
Well, in the grand scheme of his run, the last thing he did was put over Oba. So I'll take it. It wasn't great to have him back anyway, but
It was like SummerSlam. What was it? 80. The first SummerSlam. It was the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks. Savage was champion, but everyone was wearing yellow and red.
Yeah.
Lesnar hijacked that because he had to do his unannounced taking the boots off, throwing up the X to Heyman. It's like, you schmuck. Like, you are just.
And the worst part is, like, and I've known this about WWE for a long time. They're really good at creating moments. They are not great at following up on said moments. But WWE has been a company focused on moments, not matches. And like I've known this since probably before TKO took over. But it seems like even more so now. I don't know.
It's like those gigantic, solid post-Thanksgiving feast excretions. That was Vince. Now it's just like 5 a.m. Taco Bell drunken blastos.
Yeah.
It's still just going straight in the can, but at least before you got to, at least you had something worthy of Instagram, something to take a picture and send to your friends. Hey, boys, look what I did. Now it's just like, yeah, I got to get a mop.
Yeah. And here's the thing. As somebody who went to SmackDown a month and a half ago, being live for a show is far better than watching it on TV because there's more of an atmosphere. Now, granted, it wasn't the best wrestling show I've been to, but I thought it was a better atmosphere, if that makes any sense.
Well, I went to 2 Royal Rumbles with Maddie and Devin. I went to, was it 2022 in St. Louis?
Which that
I
one,
fell asleep. I fell asleep after the men's rumble. Then I think I woke up somewhere around when Brock entered himself.
Yeah.
And then the one in San Antonio I love that one. When Cody won the men's, I was crying on Maddie's shoulders. Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. Screw you, Vince McMahon. Rhodes is going to go to WrestleMania and win the championship. Oh, you mother truck.
Yeah.
There's a difference between long-term booking and oh God.
What was worse about
it just has gotten worse as I've gotten older.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just old man yelling at cloud. I don't know. But what was worse about WrestleMania 39? Yeah. What was worse about WrestleMania 39 was the Raw after was probably among the most dismal shows I've ever watched.
That was one where Brock was like going to be Cody's partner, and then
turned on him at the end of the night, and then there was a whole lot of nothing in between. It's like, why? Now, mind you, I had to watch night one of WrestleMania that year on a tablet because my house had zero power from like noon till like 1 a.m. So, like my entire town. So that was interesting.
I've always said less is more. Condense. Don't add, just subtract. Don't multiply, just divide.
Yeah.
If what you think you have is good enough to last 4 hours, it's probably only going to be about an hour and a half worth. So compress it down. But we live in this world now where, like, and this is, you mentioned a TV show. This is why I don't watch modern TV, because they take about 2 hours worth of legit viewable material and stretch it out over 10, 12 hours. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't have time to watch 60 minutes of a show and only have 10 minutes of it that I can see on a YouTube, Oh, let's see what happened in Landman on season 1. Okay. Like,
That's another thing too I've noticed with WWE. They run a lot of recaps, which is like, guys, if we're following along with the show, we don't need 5-minute promo segments on something we just watched 2 days ago. It's like, I understand you want to push angles, but like,
I grew up in the era of no replays. If you didn't catch the show live, you didn't see it.
yeah. And like,
And that was what made it must-watch TV.
absolutely.
We don't recap. We don't do replays. You're either
And
there or you missed out.
and if you do replays, they're 20 seconds long. They're just like highlights, just like catching up on the story. If you want to watch the whole thing, yeah, you got to be there live. But appointment viewing is really only a thing with sports now, with like legitimate
And
sports.
even,
Like,
I wouldn't even say that.
you don't think?
I mean, I don't even think you look at how it used when I grew up. The NFL was Sunday noon to 3, Sunday 3 to 6. You had one Sunday nighter and a Monday nighter. Now it's like, well, here's the Thursday, here's the Friday, here's the Saturday. Oh, here's the Saturday 4, and oh, here's the Sunday. It's like, for the love of Christ. I'm in favor, because Monday Night Football, we grew up in the era when Monday Night Football meant something. It don't mean jack shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You have 32 NFL teams. Take away 2 of them. That's your Sunday night game.
Yeah.
All right. That leaves 30 teams.
Yeah.
30 divided by 2 is 15. That's my hubby. Okay. So there's 15 games that you have. You do like 10 games, noon to 3, then another 4 or 5 in the window. You got your prime time, your Sunday. I'm already going to be asleep and passed out by that point. Then you're done. No, they stretch it out because I don't know who's watching this. Who the hell who works for a living, who has to get up for work, is aware and awake to watch games that start at 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm asleep by then doing this show because I love Greg is still a little late for me in the day. I start drinking around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm shit hammered by 4. I had to sober up to do this. Who the hell is coherent and conscious at 7 o'clock at night on a Thursday?
But here's the thing, like it's very much different for me because as a now single man, I don't have shit to do.
I'm married and I don't have shit to do. Just sleep.
Maddie says the Thursday Night Football theme is banger. I'm sure I've heard the Thursday night theme before because I've watched Thursday Night Football, obviously. But like, it's not placing any.
I watched one last year.
Like, I know the NFL and CBS theme. I know the NFL and Fox theme. I know the Sunday Night Football theme. I know the Monday Night Football theme. Thursday Night Football is not clicking in my head.
Because it's not on, it's on streaming.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
This is the great double edge of streaming. It's taken away what we were just talking about, appointment viewing. If it wasn't on ABC, NBC, CBS for a long ass time, and then you could kind of maybe throw in Fox. If it wasn't on a big 4 network broadcast like not the cock, not the Paramount, the actual fucking channel, then nobody I first really felt this. It was the Breaking Bad finale. It was like, oh, it was the greatest television finale of all time. Oh, it was so awesome. No, because you had about a fourth of the audience, maybe a fifth of what MASH drew, which was like the ultimate TV finale.
Yeah.
If you want to create appointment TV again, stop streaming. Stop doing all this garbage. Take your networks and put good shit on your networks, not family-friendly sitcoms with your laugh boxes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we literally, in the course of about 30, 40 years, went from All in the Family to the Big Bang Theory. Archie Bunker would kick every little dweeb on that show in the balls and then use some racial slur at them. Not that he should, but it would be hilarious because it was Archie Bunker.
Mm.
God, I'm on a soapbox tonight.
I'm perfectly fine with it. So one of the things I'll argue with sports, and maybe this is just for me, is that for me, Notre Dame is appointment viewing. So much to the point where I was
NBC still has them.
Yeah. I was at Full Gear, and I was able to watch the finish of the Notre Dame game on, I believe I still had Peacock at the time. So I watched the rest of the game on Peacock because I caught the first half and Notre Dame was up like 42-0. It was fantastic. But yeah, it was like
college football, but if I had a team, it would be Notre Dame. Like they are like the one last little bitty tiny Owen Hart nugget in this polluted cesspool of college football that, okay, that may still have some semblance of college football. So touchdown Jesus.
Absolutely. South Bend's so gorgeous. Been there a couple times.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Such a great campus. I've met some really cool people that are Notre Dame fans.
I've never met an asshole who is a Notre Dame fan. I've met sports fans from all teams, all different walks of life, people you want to love, people you want to hang. I've never met an asshole who was a Notre Dame fan.
There you go.
Weird, but not an asshole.
Wow. Weird.
Well, to you and I, we're not weird. We're the norm.
Yeah, anymore. And unfortunately, I wish the Steelers were appointment viewing. Maybe that'll change.
They play the Cowboys.
Yeah. Last year, So last year I missed quite a bit of the season because I worked on Sundays. I'm cutting back my hours so I can watch some football on Sundays.
Please join us.
I probably will.
Cherry, join the dark side of the fourth.
I'm going to be so happy to watch football again. I'll probably have to change my setup because, TV's back here. Don't want that copyright strike.
Well, see, I've got my office TV is just off to my left, which the boys hate on Sundays because I have my antenna that I've got a really freaking great antenna. It picks up like 55 channels,
Nice.
Through the air. So I'll be seeing stuff about 2 plays ahead of what we're seeing on Red Zone, which pisses Maddie off to no end.
Speaking of, on that topic, what's the most toxic fan base?
Chiefs, Cowboys.
I don't even know if it's the Cowboys as much anymore just because they've had so little success in the last 30 years. Chiefs I can buy because
Cowboy country, brother. To them, it's still 1995, man. Neil O'Donnell, just it's Emmett, it's Troy, it's Irvin. How about them Cowboys? Well, a lot of them have become Chiefs fans, but I know once the Chiefs finally go to shit, which this year, like I told them, this is the Patrick Mahomes, this is the 6,000 yard, 60 touchdown season. So once the Chiefs actually return to being dog shit, the Chiefs are my AFC team. Lying asshole.
Yeah. Just because you got a bunch of bandwagon Kansas City fans, it's fine. I would go.
I've hated one.
I would go with New England. Like New England is, and really Boston. Sorry, JPJ. I know I just had you on the show yesterday, but
Yankees, they got the trophies.
I understand that, but like
you're a Yankee fan.
I know I'm a Yankee fan. I've also haven't seen a championship in 17 years.
You got 27.
I know. I will not be satisfied till we have 50. I won't live to see that.
I'm a Raven fan. We have 3. I'm a White Sox fan. We have 3. My 2 major sports teams combined have less than your. Actually, no, we're tied with your Steelers.
Yeah.
I have to have 2 sports just to compete with Chuck Noll and
Cower and Tomlin. Yeah.
Cower and Tomlin. Yeah.
And the Penguins have 5. So it's like, okay, so Yankees have 27, Steelers have 6, Penguins have 5, the Irish have 11. And I was alive for 1, but like, if I didn't,
that was what 87 Lou Holtz,
88.
88 who went to coach my Arkansas Razorbacks. Let me rephrase that. Where I live. So we're up to 44. Okay, I'm keeping track of this. We're up to 44 between Notre Dame, Steelers, Yankees, Penguins.
Penguins, yep.
As
a sports fan, I have not had the worst time of it.
No, you have not.
But I'll tell you what, like the teams, Notre Dame from Bob Davie through like the first couple of years of Brian Kelly and 2016.
Yeah.
You had to be a Notre Dame fan to stomach those teams because oh my gosh, it was so bad for so long.
You know my favorite era of Notre Dame football, just in my life that I got to watch, that I enjoyed watching the Irish, and I know you're going to want to steal Tommy and the Nards for this. Tyrone Willingham.
I liked Tyrone Willingham his first year. Like I thought he was great, and then you wear the green jerseys, you go into Boston College undefeated, or you face Boston College undefeated, and you lose, and then you face the season 9-3 after starting 8-0. It's like, oh gosh. I
remember that was my senior year of high school. Yeah, that was my senior year of high school. 2004, 2003, 2004,
2000, either 2002 or 2003. I think Willingham Willingham was only there 3 years.
The Boston College game, I know which one you're talking about. I remember I was at my mother's house. She was watching some kind of something on the TV in the living room. It was Arkansas fall, which means it was still hot as hell. So I went into her bedroom, which had the air conditioner, and put Notre Dame Boston College on her little bitty bedroom television set, and I just laid there. I was like, for Christ's sake, you're down by 2 touchdowns. Do something.
Yeah. Notre Dame didn't score their first touchdown until like less than 2 minutes in the game. It was so frustrating.
Well, they didn't score their first touchdown like offensively until the week 4. It was the defense and the special teams that was kicking tail that season. But I love that. Like, you're doing so much with so little, and it's going to grow. You've got the mindset. Anytime there's a touchdown scored, you got the black shades. He's just like,
yeah,
that's a coach.
I'll tell you what, like Marcus Freeman.
Yes,
I absolutely love Marcus Freeman as the head coach of the Irish. There's just something about him that like embodies the spirit of the university. I wish he would have beaten Ohio State at least once in the last 3 times. And he
yes, we all wanted that program's a powerhouse, dude. I mean, it took fucking Harbaugh 7 years to finally beat him. I mean, and Freeman, love him. He ain't Harvey. It's the evil empire, the current evil empire of. I was about to say Division 1A football. That tells you how old I am. What is this?
FBS.
What are we? FBS.
That's all you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
NIL.
Whatever.
Yeah. Lots of initials.
Here's how you fix college football, and I can do this in 5 easy steps. You have 4 conferences. You keep what you got in the Big Ten, what you got in the SEC. You take all these other sacks of shit that are attempting to play, put them in 2 other conferences, combine them to where you have, like, say, 50, 60 college teams. Everyone else just gets relegated just because their parents decided to procreate. college football games last way too damn long because the clock stops when there's the first down. The clock stops at the end of the quarter. It stops when there's an incomplete pass.
They've actually changed that in recent years. Like they actually have a running clock now. Like for first downs and stuff, I think it's unless it's the last 2 minutes of the half, they actually have a running
NFL
clock.
has the 40-second clock, and NFL games do move pretty smoothly for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
To see college, they had the 25-second clock where the clock stopped with every little thing, move the chains, whatever. Then they went to a 40-second clock. Go back to the 25-second. The two greatest sports for moving shit along: soccer, college basketball. Short halves, the clock never stops. Once you kick off, that clock does not stop under any circumstances unless there's a timeout called.
Yeah.
Screw the injuries, screw the first down, screw the incomplete passes. That clock doesn't. Baseball instituted the pitch clock. Games are now done in 2.5 hours again. An NFL game should be done in 2 hours. Quit stopping the clock.
Gotta fit those commercials in.
No, you don't, because no one gives a shit. They're not buying the products. You're just doing it, making those people think they're buying the products. They ain't.
Yeah.
Lower hole.
There's so much. Listen, I love football season personally. Of all the sports, it's probably my favorite. I enjoy watching baseball. Don't get me wrong. I have fun with that. Hockey is fine. I think I watched maybe about 5 minutes of hockey this entire season because it's just like, I've seen.
I just wish I had time to get into it.
I don't mind watching hockey. Even like I watched the Penguins 3 cup runs, so it's like it's one of those things where once you see your team win a couple championships, you're like, because you've seen it. Like, is it still cool? Yes, of course it's still cool. But like I've seen the Steelers win 2 Super Bowls. I've seen the Yankees win 5 World Series championships.
4 in the 90s, 2000 dynasty, then the one in 2009.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like when the Yankees were playing the Dodgers in the World Series, not this last season, but the season before, it was fine. I was on a cruise ship while the World Series and Monday Night Football were going on, and the Steelers were playing the Giants. And like every time I looked at the baseball game, it was like the Dodgers were up. The Yankees, like I missed probably about 4 or 5 innings of the Yankees being on offense. It's like, did they even go to bat? Like, why are the Dodgers up again? But that was kind of symbolic of how that series went.
The Yankees lost their mystique. And again, baseball moves fast, but it also moves slow as a snail.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since they demolished old Yankee Stadium and built the new effigy to George Steinbrenner, similar to Dallas and what I call the world's largest indoor outhouse.
Jerry World, yeah.
Yeah. You notice these teams that demolish these great stadiums with this great history, they build the new ones, and they don't win dick.
I mean, the Yankees won their first year there, but they haven't done anything since.
Karma.
Yeah. I wish I would have been to a Steelers game at Three Rivers. That would have been fun.
Well, the Three Rivers, it was kind of the what they call the cookie cutter. Like every stadium looked the same. It was all artificial turf, all circular, all next to a river. Three Rivers was. I mean, it would have been cool. I mean, obviously you're too young, but I mean, if you had gotten to go during the Bradshaw Knoll era, or the Cow. Heinz Field, its first year was what, 2001?
Yep.
So, I mean, I would have liked to have, just for the sake of it, Cordell Stewart, back when Cordell Stewart was Cordell Stewart.
Mm-hmm. Good old Slash. I was actually
I got him finished 5th in MVP voting in 2001. He threw 14 touchdown passes.
Shows how hot the
Think
league
about that.
I was actually on like a riverboat watching Three Rivers Stadium get demolished. That was an interesting time. Because like all of Pittsburgh media obviously made a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4 rings there.
Yeah.
I'm amazed how with these stadiums that like Detroit Stadium, now they're wanting to tear that thing. Detroit's like, well, we may have to move if y'all won't. But you just built the fucker 15 years ago.
Yeah.
If you would build these things to last, not, they're built for show and not for stability. Like, oh, let's just hang a bunch of pretty things so they'll give us a Super Bowl. Aaron Judge. Here's the Yankees' problem, and I've stood by this. Now, granted, new Yankee Stadium, it's not incredibly different from old Yankees, but it's still pretty much. The issue with the Yankees, once Joe Torre left, they went from playing small ball, just manufacture runs, great pitching, to now they forget what stadium they play in. Yankee Stadium is a bitch for right-handed pitchers. Guess what? Most people are right-handed. It's really tough to pitch in Yankee Stadium. They build these stadiums now for runs. Score, 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 score. Well, why is our team doing shitty? Well, you kind of move those outfield fences into where you can hit a home run with just 250 feet. Move the walls back.
I'm really surprised that like there wasn't like standardization along Major League Baseball stadiums, but maybe that's
still not.
Well, I know, but like I'm surprised that wasn't an edict when they first started building these stadiums to say, hey, you have to have,
because they built these stadiums like in these crowded little not little cities, but in these crowded spots in cities to where you were kind of the dimensions of your stadium were based on the tenements and slums, where the stadium was originally being. So that was kind of what if I'm commissioner of baseball tomorrow. All right, here's the mandate. Left field pole, right field pole, 400 feet each. Center field dead, 450 feet. We're going to kill scoring. We're going to move this thing around. We're going to take this back to pitching, scoring, stealing, small ball. We're going to have the games over in an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's going to be 1-0, 2-1. Just bam, 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 bam.
Going back to your point, Maddie, of Judge not being playoff capable, I'm not as like Judge hasn't had the greatest playoff series in the last couple of years, but another big problem that the Yankees have faced, and they continue to face it to this point, their bullpen is abysmal. I don't know.
Is abysmal too. I can't tell you one Yankee starter other than Garrett Cole, and he's still hurt.
Well, Max Fried just got hurt. Cam Schlittler is doing very well. But it's one of those things.
Aaron Judge, who's the other bat they've got? The catcher Rice, Ben Rice.
Yeah, Ben Rice is a good home run hitter. Giancarlo Stanton is hurt again.
Giancarlo Stanton is hurt. Oh yeah. My weeping Jesus!
And like occasionally, like you get some of the other hitters doing something, but it's few and far between. Like, but yeah, Judge and Rice are easily two of the biggest bats in the on the Yankees team.
And go back to those Yankee lineups when they were winning World Series every year. Knobloch, Jeter, Sheffield,
Paul
O'Neill, Bernie Williams. Who was the catcher?
Jorge Posada.
There's 5 guys right there that you could manufacture runs with.
Yep.
What kills me is there has never been, and to this day there currently is not, a pitcher who is a manager of a major league club? Why do they always hire hitters? The game is 2/3 pitching and defense.
Yeah.
Why do they never hire pitchers to manage clubs?
That's a good
I'll
question.
never understand it. You're telling me Greg Maddux couldn't manage a team?
I was going to say, imagine Randy Johnson leading a team.
Well, first off, pray for the birds, but
Yeah.
Well, number one, tell me the umpire who's going to throw him out. I mean, 6'10" gentleman, no umpire is going to tell him to sit his ass down because they know one shot and they're going to be laid out.
Yeah.
I would love to see Randy Johnson. I would love to see Pedro Martinez, Kurt Schilling, Greg Maddux.
Freaking.
I would love to see these guys as managers.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you. I don't know why clubs do that, but they do.
I think for some reason people forget that the business of baseball is not scoring runs, it's stopping them. Because if you have great pitching and defense, you only just score 1 run a game.
Yeah.
Shut
1,
down
2,
your
or 3
offense.
at the most, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God. Well, we've got they won the oh yeah, they won 9-7. They didn't win, they just scored 2 more runs. They didn't win squat.
That's why I don't get, like, the Yankees have the payroll that they do, and they won't go out and get solid closing pitchers or relief pitchers or whatever the case may be.
We know one pitcher in Pittsburgh who's going to be a Yankee, or maybe a Dodger when his contract's up. It's probably going to be a Dodger. The Dodgers are the new Yankees because they've found some. You remember during the 2008 Wall Street, the financial crisis, and Lehman Brothers was found guilty of using like this loophole accounting firm to where they can move deficit to their London office, issue their quarterly reports, and then bring the debt back. The Dodgers are doing this really cool accounting thing to where basically they're paying everybody on paper, but they're delaying those payments for like 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
So they'll sign Paul Skeens to maybe the first $1 billion contract, but they'll delay payment for this is all just, you know what this is all going to wind up? It's just going to be, Bobby Bonilla Day times 100 when all these bills finally come due for these teams doing this shit.
Yeah. What's wrong, Maddie? The Red Sox not have a good bullpen. That sucks.
Boston doesn't have a good anything, really.
Good. Listen, sorry, Maddie, it brings joy to my life knowing that Boston sports are terrible. That's why it was so frustrating watching the Patriots.
Well, they were just in the Super Bowl.
I know, and thank God they got stomped by Seattle. But
I think any team was going to get stomped by that. Beating them. But they do have a new scandal. Boston loves scandals. We had Spygate, we had Deflategate, we had Massagegate. Now we've got Rossini-gate.
Yeah. the Patriots love cheating. Like I don't know what the deal is.
Well, this was cheating in a different manner.
That was the point I was making. But I'll tell you what, TMZ loves that story probably more than anybody I know. I've seen so many tweets about, hey, here was Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini, and here they were, on a boat for like 5 minutes. It's like, dude, we know what they did, okay? I don't need to know their dating history. Like, I'm not watching a Netflix documentary.
When a man and a woman care for each other, they want to be closer to. It's like they're trying to reteach 8th and 9th grade health all over again. It's like, we know.
It's like, we know.
The Vrabel inserted himself into.
Yeah, those of us who have gotten
the hot dog went into the rigatoni.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I've ruined pasta and hot dogs now for Greg.
Yeah. And the sad thing is rigatoni is one of my favorite pastas growing up. So I was like, okay, well, that's anyway.
Sweet Italian sausage. I'm making some bolognese this weekend with some stuffed mushrooms with the ricotta, and we grow our own basil and parsley.
Nice.
That
sounds pretty good, actually.
Maddie's crying. Maddie, you cried when I sent you the unveil of the first Monday Night Football game this year. Broncos at Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, the season kicks off with the Super Bowl rematch, so hopefully same result.
Wait, it kicks off with the Seahawks and Patriots?
I thought that's what I saw.
The first Sunday night is Cowboys Giants because everybody in America wants to watch that. The Wednesday night, they used to open on Thursday. They open on Wednesday night this year. It's Rams and 49ers.
See, what I'm seeing is that it's the Seahawks and the Patriots.
On Monday night?
No, on Wednesday night, like the kickoff the season.
Are you serious? I thought it was Rams and – let me effort this. It's supposed to be Rams and 49ers in SoFi. Oh, hellfire. Well, they haven't released the schedule, so I can't see it, but
Steelers play the Saints in Paris, France.
Oh, good God. I'm so sick of these fucking foreign. See, this is the other thing that's killing CBS and Fox, like football Sundays.
Yeah.
Like Red Zone now, it's like, oh, you get what? 3 or 4 games in the noon window, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But we got to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Who's next? Mm-hmm. But Ginger Hammer, he, washes his taint with $1,000 bills.
Let's see. Yeah, it says the game will take place Wednesday, September 9th with an 8:20 kickoff. So, hey, maybe that episode of the Greg Cherry Show, we can lead into NFL kickoff. That'd be fun.
Well, like I was saying in the chat, I think you should consider expanding.
Again, there's a lot that will go into that. Once I have
more
freedom to just do what I want. I really miss doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we'll see how that goes.
Broken wings mend in time.
Yes. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of the Greg Cherry Show. I'm going to go watch some AEW Dynamite. Thank you very much for watching. Don't be a jag. Yeah. And we'll see you next time on the Greg Cherry Show.
Bad bullpens.